This is 102.7 Chop FM, and this is ArtsTalk. Good evening. You're listening to 102.7 Chop FM, and this is ArtsTalk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And this show is dedicated? This show is dedicated to bringing the arts to Newmarket. Not just the musical arts, although there's always lots of musicians on our show, but any artist practicing any discipline, be they amateur or professional. If you're in the arts and would like to appear on this show, then we'd like to hear from you.
You can get in touch with us by sending us a message on Facebook. That is ArtsTalk Radio, facebook.com/ArtsTalk Or you can send us an email to artstalkradio102.7@gmail.com.
And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday at 6 o'clock-ish to hear good music and to learn what's going on in the independent arts scene. Mm-hmm. Our guests tonight are the band Sedge.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, Sedge.
Thanks for having us,
Thanks
guys.
for coming.
We're thrilled to have you here. We have 4/5 of the band Sedge here. Why don't you guys go around the room and introduce yourselves?
All right, I'm Brian, and I play bass in the band. And
I'm Dean, and I play lead guitar.
Excellent.
I'm Rob, and I also play the guitar.
James, and I also play guitar and I do vocals.
Cool.
Welcome, guys.
Did that feel like a classroom? Like,
It
okay,
felt like a
everyone get
classroom.
to know each other.
And
Tell us a little about yourselves.
Bueller, Mitch is
Who
gone.
are we
our
missing?
drummer.
Who are we missing?
Are you serious, Clark?
We're missing Mitch. He's our drummer.
Yeah.
He's downtown right now, so couldn't make it.
The drummer's always left out.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Hi,
Hey,
Mitch,
Mitch.
if you're listening.
Hey, Mitch.
What's the difference between a drummer and a large pizza?
Oh.
A large pizza can feed a family of 4.
And
So
then
welcome,
you do a drum
Sedge.
roll after?
Our first question to you tonight is, what does the name mean?
Yeah. What is
The
that?
name? It comes from, Mitchell and I are brothers. Our last name is Heron. And Sedge is a term for a collective of herons.
Oh.
You know, like a murder of crows.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
foxes.
okay.
It's a sedge of herons.
Oh, cool. Interesting.
So these guys are adopted brothers.
Aw, isn't that lovely?
Aw,
It's cute,
that's
eh?
nice.
So cute.
People are going to be crying.
They're already crying.
And your Newmarket guys,
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
We love that.
We all went to Sacred Heart.
which is
Very cool.
awesome, which is really,
None of
really
us are
cool.
Catholic, but we all went to Sacred Heart.
Now, Sacred Heart has a great art program. I remember my eldest daughter went there. All the art they had down, all the paintings that they had down that hallway,
Yeah,
right? It was
absolutely.
so impressive, the work that the kids did there. Did you guys meet in the music program?
We actually met before grade or high school. We've all
Rob and I did.
Yeah, and same with Dean and I. We met Brian about 5 or 6 years ago, but he was just a few years younger than us, going through the same.
We just missed each other
Things, yeah.
at Sacred
Oh, is that
Heart.
right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Mitchell knew Brian, and then I knew these guys, and then Mitchell and I started getting together, and then we each brought our group in.
Mitchell says he could feed a family of 4.
Oh, good.
He's texting in.
Yeah, he can.
He's in.
See, Dave?
And what was that?
Getting the
You're
fiery
listening
drummer.
online.
He can. They got messages
He
from
wrote
the
in
drummer.
and he said
Yeah,
he could feed a
he's
family
piped
of
in.
4.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
No,
So, you guys all had music in your families? Is that what happened?
Not at all.
not at all.
How did Sedge come
We're
to
all
be?
around.
How did that happen?
How did it happen? It was, I used to play in a band with Rob for years, a few different bands, and then we kind of stopped, and then I was doing nothing for years, and Mitchell knew I had some old songs. He was like, let's get together, you and I. So him and I did a bunch of jams together, recorded, and then...
Because he's much younger than us, and
Yeah.
so we got to actually see him get better over the years.
Oh,
He'd
cool.
keep feeding us tapes and be like, "Oh, here, this is what
Awesome.
Mitch is up to."
And then we brought these 3 in, and never looked back.
Wicked.
Yeah.
And how long ago was that?
A couple years ago?
3 years.
Time flies, I don't
Yeah,
know.
3 years.
20
Almost
Time
3
flies
years.
when you're in a sedge of herons.
Yeah. I feel like you guys have been around longer than 3 years. Has it been only 3
No,
years?
our first record was 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
we recorded that
2015.
about 5 months after we got together.
Right. Okay. So because I remember you guys, I thought I remembered you guys from when I worked at the Jam Spot, which was like 2000. 13
Yeah.
or something
No,
like that.
no.
But
I
maybe
think
I
the
just like
First time we would
It's
jam
kinda
would have
right.
been in late 14.
yeah, cool. Very
Was it
cool.
the jam spots? Is
for
that
a
where you
while.
guys first
We
started?
did for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were 4 of us were up in Newmarket, but we're downtown now. Because a lot of our shows are downtown, so it's just easier leaving our gear at our rehearsal space.
Totally.
Downtown
yeah.
Toronto or downtown Newmarket?
Toronto.
Toronto. Because when you say downtown, you could mean Main Street. So where do you rehearse downtown?
Rehearsal factory.
Rehearsal Factory.
Yeah.
I want to
front
know,
chairboard.
where do you play downtown? Where's like your favorite go-to venue to play?
Favorite place to play?
Bovine, I would say.
Right?
Both
Well, one's
really
our
good.
go-to probably.
much fun.
Horseshoe's a lot of fun.
Horseshoes.
Love the
Yeah.
Horseshoe.
I like the
Release
Silver
Palace.
Dollar, but rest in peace, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Release
yeah, I had
Palace
a
is
few
good.
shows there.
Cool.
Yeah,
So you
Release
guys are
Palace.
busy downtown. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So you guys still living up here and commuting into Toronto to play?
Two
Couple
of
of
us-
us do, yeah.
Two of us live in Toronto, the rest are up here.
Yeah.
Well, that's grim.
Yeah, the Grimm family people.
Yeah.
I love Toronto.
Love you, Aisha.
Just getting to and from Toronto. That's
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, we're good at it now. You know, you just got to roll through the bottleneck and
That hub
everything's
lane's
fine.
great.
Oh yeah, HOV all the way.
We surprisingly can fit 5 of us, all our gear, merch, in a 2004 Honda Civic.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Come
two
on.
It's like a
Impressive.
clown car. We
Yeah.
jam
We
it.
clown car.
We get to the
As long as we don't have to bring the drums, we can get there.
Amps on laps,
Yeah.
horns on laps. It's great.
That's awesome. This is Arts Talk on 102.7 Shop FM. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And we are in conversation with 4/5, 80% of Sedge.
Good math.
really good math.
Some would say, people who disrespect drummers would say the 80% that matters. I would not say that.
Didn't you just disrespect drummers like 5 minutes ago with
I
that
sort of-
show?
I
And
didn't
bringing
really
up how
mean-
you're not being disrespectful is just as disrespectful.
Dave, you're getting called out on Arts Talk. It's your own
All
show.
kinds of stuff. Okay, how about a lead singer? How about a lead singer joke then?
Yeah,
I love it.
How do you know?
I almost
Dean's
swore.
gonna
I
love
almost
How do you
wanted to
know
F
if a
off.
lead singer is at the door?
Dean will love this.
I don't.
Never has the key and never knows when to come in.
Is that true?
Huh?
Is that true, Dean?
No, James actually is a good technical.
It's totally true. It really
Totally
is, yeah.
true. Totally true. So, did you guys?
So I think we're gonna just play a song right now. Maybe
Okay.
get a little
that'll make
situated
you
here.
happy,
It would make
perfect.
me really happy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hear "Not Ready to Die." What do we need? Is this off the new record? You guys
Yeah,
are
we're going
releasing
to
a
be
new album,
releasing
right?
later this year. This is one of the songs off it.
Awesome.
Do we need to know anything about "Not Ready to Die"? It's a pretty
We have a
self-explanatory.
video coming up in
Yeah.
a little while.
Yeah, we should have a video out later this year for it.
Cool.
We've already shot it. It's just needs the magic.
Gotcha.
Pretty sure there's no swearing in it.
There's definitely no swearing on this, Gareth. And this is Not Ready to Die by Sedge on 102.7 Shop FM.
Sitting in my coffin, feeling sick. My head's on fire. Listen to your record spin. My favorite songs are all goodbyes. Not ready to die.
Sedge with Not Ready to Die on 102.7 Chop FM. This is Arts Talk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And we are in conversation with 80% of Sedge. Welcome, Sedge.
Well,
Yo, man.
Good to have you. So, did you record that in Toronto?
Yes. Yeah. Candle Studios.
How'd you find them?
Awesome. Loved working with Josh and Dylan. They were great to work with.
Were you
we had a
referred
great
to them?
time.
How did you get hooked up with those guys?
Mitchell knew them through mutual friends and other bands that they're in, and that's how Mitchell sets all everything that we do. Mitchell's the one that sets it up.
He plugs us into the social pipeline.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Christmas.
Yeah, the little young boy is all plugged in, and the old guys just show up and play.
Good for you. That's nice.
I waited at
It
the
is
door
nice,
with no
actually.
keys. And
And not knowing when to come in.
Yeah.
What was the approach? Bed drum tracks first, and then layer on top of that. You do some live off the floor.
We sped through it. Like we recorded the whole album in 4 days. It was one day
Wow.
drum tracks, and then the next day we did some guitars,
Classic
guitar and
Sedge
bass,
style.
and then get the vocals in. Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah. We're on tight budgets, so we try to.
Yeah.
Aren't we all? I
Exactly.
know.
I mean, you want to be prepared and well rehearsed when you go in, right?
Yeah. So before we go in, we actually make sure that there's not a lot of questionable things about our playing or our parts. We're more or less going in and just laying down what we know, and
Yeah, you
For
don't
the
want
most
to
part.
be having debates about arrangements.
that's right.
No.
Yeah, totally.
Not too much. Everything was pretty solidified.
We do that
before
when we rehearse.
And then the fourth day
Heated debates.
was more or less touch-ups. So
Cool.
just
So how many songs are on this upcoming album?
12 tracks.
So it's a full length. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you've had a few releases in the past, like 3, I think I saw online. Was it
2. There would be 2.
2? Cool.
The
That's
Selective
awesome.
Reasoning, the first album, and there's an EP that we did.
The one where it's
Just a
like,
little before
should
that.
I have a cup of coffee or
Yeah,
kill myself?
yeah,
or
that-
something? I love it.
That was before we actually started. That was Mitchell and I, our first.
Okay.
session with
Oh,
Jim.
okay. Very cool. Very cool. So, the new album, do you find that you've grown since the last one? Is there maybe a
Absolutely.
shift in how
100%.
you're sounding?
It's a bit heavier, for starters. The other thing is that the first album was a lot of just old songs I had.
And the first album
Taking
is
one.
Selective Reasoning?
Yes,
Cool.
yeah. So just a bunch of stuff. So we came in and we they helped smooth things out.
Mhm.
But this one, it's more collaboration.
Awesome.
And it sounds so much better.
Awesome. I'm really excited to hear it.
Yeah, now why does it sound better, in your view?
Because it's not just stuff I had kicking around in the
Yeah.
back of my closet. It's us working together, picking out
And
parts. Everybody's chiming in.
A lot of the songs come pretty organically too, so when we're just getting together and jamming, it's just someone with an idea and then someone else puts something on top, and then within 3 or 4 hours of jamming that night, we'd maybe walk away with a new song that we want to, polish out, and then
Yeah.
now
Or
we're
we
gonna
have
put
it in
out.
15 minutes and then peruse around for 2 hours with all the
That's more likely the
possibilities.
case.
Yeah.
While we drink in moderation.
Yes, yes.
This is Arts Talk on 102.7. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And we are in conversation with Sedge. Isn't that the magic of it, though, where you can, after 3 or 4 hours, nothing can be something?
Oh,
And that's-
absolutely.
That's
yeah.
why I think that we're still together and friends.
Yeah.
Because that never gets old.
And it's good to
No,
be in
it
a group
doesn't.
that there's not one person that thinks that he has all the ideas or he's the dictator, and people can get really, in each other's faces about things like that, where
I'm looking for Dean to roll his eyes right now.
Is that right?
so we still argue, like, don't get that wrong. Like,
There isn't one principal songwriter in the group?
well, James is still...
He's the lyricist.
He's the lyricist and the melody maker, so that's
Right.
pretty much the direction of the song most of the time, right? But
It's a portion of it for sure, but it's very cool when you're able to come at it. Like, I know what you mean. If you've had songs kicking around for a few years, it's exciting to see them grow and be this new thing. But they're still been around for a few years. So when you come into something new that you guys have all
it's
created
exciting.
simultaneously,
Like, if you're
that's-
married to how the song should sound, then maybe that's where you get some of this friction,
yeah,
right?
or other band, it's a very common issue.
Well,
in
we get
bands,
friction
I'd
and like
say.
even direction for the new stuff. Like
Yeah.
we're really good at working out different ideas and
healthy
trying.
friction.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
yeah. Like we'll also like
I've never
give
woken
each
up
other
mad.
all sorts of problems.
Good.
But
What was that,
Yeah.
James?
I've never woken up mad.
Make sure we tell each other we love each other before we go to
Yeah.
sleep.
That comes with the drinking in moderation.
That's awesome.
see, it all ties in, man.
So did you guys all come from a similar place of influence when you were kids in terms of the music that you were listening
You
to?
could probably divide the band in 2 on that.
Yeah.
Where the 3 of
Like,
us were the same age and went to school together.
Half of us are Generation X and half of us are millennials, I think.
Yeah. There's
I
kind
don't
of a
know.
divide there. So Mitchell and Brian are a bit younger, so they have
Falls
little
along
bit
the
differences
Nirvana,
that we
Blink
don't
182
get, but-
divide.
I'm sorry. So who would the representative bands be then in that split?
Probably on our side, Nirvana, but that's like
You get
a staple answer.
I like to joke it's the Nirvana Blink 182 divide. Where
Yeah.
the
Don't
old guys
label
were.
millennials by Blink-182, okay?
I might have.
I hate Blink-182.
But that's what
Good for
Generation
you.
X
Thank
does.
you. Well, I don't hate them.
Travis Barker is wonderful.
We'll say Weezer then, maybe.
Yeah.
Weezer's okay, right?
Yeah.
But
We all like Weezer.
yeah, that's the funny thing.
We
though.
all like the Beatles. We all like the
Yeah.
Kinks, like the standard stuff.
Yeah.
We all have more in common with what we listen to than
Yeah,
not in common.
absolutely.
So other people will have things that were more popular in high school, but since you're 9 years older than Mitch, 8. There's a difference in what we listened to in '97, '98, and they're listening to in 2004 or something, right?
Of course, yeah,
But
totally.
other than that, it's all the cores are pretty
They're all there.
generally, yeah.
You guys mesh really well together. You're making good music from those separate influences, right?
Right. As long and I think going way off the reservation can be inspirational, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jazz or reggae or other
Reggae influences, yeah.
style.
We got someone heavily
Yeah.
influenced by reggae in our band right
I
here.
got a little
The
Bob
guy-
Marley action happening on the t-shirt.
Yeah, I love my reggae.
That's actually a lot of the friction we were talking about.
I love it. It's
Yeah.
great.
I was before we came here. I was playing some Joe Jackson for Taylor. You guys remember Joe Jackson? No.
I'm
You don't?
familiar with Joe Jackson.
I know. I'm going to think of that because he was reggae influenced. I guess everybody was, but this was an album from '78.
I feel like he's like under the radar
Yeah,
still.
he's
People, I just know because Tori Amos covered a Joe Jackson song, and that's how I was.
You
like,
got to check him out, Joe.
He's pretty cool.
We'll do it.
Yeah,
What's
I
that
like
song
my
that
old
I
school
knew?
root
The girl, the
Is
good
she
girl.
really going out with him?
Is she really going out with
Is she
him?
really
Oh,
going
yeah,
out?
yeah.
That
Love
guy.
that song.
That
Shoot, that was on
Oh,
there?
yeah.
Okay, that's them. I know that song because Goldfinger had a cover album, and then that was one of the songs they covered
There you
on
go.
an album called Darren's Coconut Butt. You can say ass, come on, right? You can say ass. Okay. Yeah, and I remember on that album, originally the drummer, Darren, wanted to include a butt hair of his and have it distributed in every CD case, but I don't think it met health regulations.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress here. But
A CD that needed health regulations. I'd never heard
That's
of
kind
that
of
before.
cool, especially here in Canada. But that's a good segue into what to do with the album. Have you got a plan for distribution? Are you trying to go nationwide?
The release of it. When's
The
the party?
release.
When's
We're
the
going to
release
have a
show?
release show probably in December.
Cool.
We're doing vinyls. It's going to be vinyl
Yeah,
and
we're
digital.
pressing vinyl.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Releasing digital as well.
And
So
we just got
awesome.
our first listen at the vinyl. It sounds
Where can I pick up
so
a
much
copy of
better
that?
than digital.
We're still
When
in the
we
production
see the
stage,
release
yeah.
or shows, or you can probably contact.
Yeah, release
Mitchell
show.
does all this stuff. Just that.
So follow Sedge on Facebook,
Yes.
on Twitter,
Instagram. I
Instagram.
don't know if we have a Twitter.
MySpace.
Bandcamp.
MySpace,
Yeah.
yeah, back.
Live Journal.
Write us
I
on
love
ICQ.
So if people want to find your music, SED like Dave, G like George, E.
Yes,
Yes.
SED.
Like Hedge, but with an S on the
Google
yeah.
Sedge
Yeah.
Toronto on
Hedge with an
YouTube.
S.
Yeah.
We're on Apple Music,
Bandcamp, yeah, you can
iTunes,
get it on
Spotify.
Spotify and Apple.
And that's going to be a
Amazon
Toronto
digital thing.
Everywhere.
release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll Toronto release show.
Very cool, very cool.
So you're releasing a full-size 12-inch LP.
Mhm.
Yeah.
180 gram.
What did you do for album art? How did you guys decide on what to do?
I had an idea in my head, and Mitchell knows a good artist, and he drew from that.
Very cool. Mitchell's
I
the
cannot
man.
draw. I can't even draw a stick man. It's
What's his name again?
Try
The guy
Yo-Yo
who's-
Man.
Scott Shields, I believe.
Scott
his name
Shields,
is.
yeah.
Yeah,
It looks
very
great, yeah.
He did a really good job.
Killer. We're super
Yeah,
excited
it's
to see
exciting.
it.
So yeah, was there debate around the album art? Was there debate around?
Not on this one, no.
Less on this one. There was the bare bones were there, and then we kind of debated about the fine tuning it.
Right.
Bare bones meaning there had to be some agreement about.
Just the
Style?
actual
General
the
idea.
concept and the
Concept.
idea of what we wanted, and then the artist just drew to that, and then he sent us a copy. We all looked at it. We made minor changes, which the artist was fine with, and then he came back with a revision of it, and
It looks great.
It only took
Beauty.
two, yeah.
That sounds awesome. I want to know. So vinyl is a crazy amount of money to press. I've heard, and you just said it sounds so much better than digital.
It
It
does,
sounds
but
so
much
vinyl-
better.
Vinyl always sounds better than digital.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had a
it
Crossley
really did.
record player, so for me it wasn't so much. You know what I mean? Like it was just crappy.
No, they come down in price.
Yeah.
I just bought one. It'll be here Monday.
Oh god, it's so bad. So I got it for a
Here?
gift and it was really bad. But
Right here.
anyways, I just was wondering about that. So do you no regrets? Like you're very happy that you went with vinyl and
Yeah, and
That's the
We're
route.
pretty.
I'm very happy. I
We're
pushed
pretty
hard
good
for
too.
it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was happy with it.
we keep a Sedge fund. That's what.
That's a smart thing to do.
Yeah, it was
man.
good.
It's like a swear jar.
Slush fund?
Yeah, it's like a swear jar, yeah. And
Slush fund, yeah.
every show that we play, you know, whether it's $20 or $100 that we get, we just throw it to there and we
Yeah.
keep it to the side. And that's what made us get our CDs in 2015.
T-shirts.
We do T-shirts, and
Yeah.
then we more or less just try to
Stickers,
resell
merch,
things just to get the
like,
money
it's
back
merch.
to be able to throw back in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, perfect.
Stay out of our own pockets. as
Yeah,
much
yeah,
as we
totally.
can.
I think that's a very smart thing for bands
So we
to
need lots
do.
of people to buy it.
So there's going to be merch
Please.
available from Sedge, and that will be next Friday. That's September 28th. I'm
Ninth.
getting them.
September
29th.
29th.
September 29th. September 29th.
At the goat.
At the Grey Goat, and
With-
that is with Hysterics, Bike Thieves, Output, and Sedge. And you can check out their merch.
That's gonna be awesome.
there.
So if I come to that show, there'll be vinyl there? No.
No,
No,
not
no,
yet.
we
Just-
It'll
takes
be
forever to
December
press.
when we do the
Yeah.
release. We just sent it off to get pressed.
All right.
Yeah, it takes a long time.
Yeah, I
to press.
bet.
It's
I
quite a
bet.
process.
So
Like 10 weeks or
December
something like
release,
that.
but
The
they might have
Christmas-
some T-shirts for you.
Yeah, I'll get a T-shirt for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
t-shirts.
Bring some XLs. People don't bring enough XLs to the show.
know.
I think.
Does
did they
XL sell out?
We
Is
might
that
have
pressed in
sold it.
Toronto?
yeah,
That's
we're doing it.
Dean's department. We all have departments.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, we researched around and like looked for quite a few places. We really wanted to get it mastered properly, nicely. For, we've
Put all that
let's
money
commit.
into it,
Yeah, let's
time,
put
yeah.
yourself behind it. So we did. We finally settled with Lacquer Channel Mastering.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
cool,
did
really
it?
cool people in Toronto. Oh God, Milan.
We just worked with Noah Mintz from.
Yeah,
that,
Noah
and
runs the
he was
place. It's
really
his show.
awesome.
Yeah, Noah's cool guy. I've talked to him a few
Awesome.
times.
Cool.
They've been great, really helpful. Lots of famous albums have been done at the
Yeah,
place, which
totally.
I didn't know until I researched more. Like
It seems to be the
Joshua
place
Tree.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Alice Cooper. A lot of people have done there.
The album is an opportunity to create a piece of art along with the music, which is the art. I mean, the art,
Yes.
the music is the art that's important, but the album itself is a really tangible piece of art as well.
It's nice
it's
to have
just so
something
cool.
authentic to have, you know? Yeah.
And it's not that a CD isn't, I guess, and people have adapted to putting art into CDs, but there's something about that full
Holding the
size.
vinyl.
Something
Yeah.
timeless.
And like
Awesome.
that's why I really like the idea of having this picture drawn because I think it really suits a vinyl.
Yeah, it suits the whole
vinyl
idea
sleeve,
that we're
yeah,
going for.
yeah.
It suits
Very
the
cool.
vinyl.
The aesthetic of
concepts.
it really matches up
Mhm.
well with the
Good
music.
for you, man.
And
I
then-
think that's awesome.
When we mastered as well, we got it mastered to go digital and mastered to go vinyl as well. So just the small differences that it takes, whatever medium it goes into.
Yeah,
So
separate mastering.
when it's
process,
done,
which is
it's
cool.
good because anyone that still has Spotify, still has Apple Music, all that,
Yeah.
they can still
You
access
can't
it. It's
not do
fine.
that, right? You can
Yeah.
you gotta
Absolutely,
be
yeah.
there. Yeah. So I'm getting a signal we should play another song.
We should play another song because it's 6:27 and we only got so much time.
Oh, we have some
So
more music to play.
we're gonna play another song off of this upcoming album. Did
Yeah.
we ask you about the title already?
You did not. It's called Psychochondriac.
Psychochondriac. I love it. You guys are clever. All right, so this one is Fight or Flight by Sedge on 102.7 Chop FM.
Make me think this is it. Fight or flight.
Sedge on 102.7 Chop FM. This is Arts Talk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And we are in conversation with Sedge. Let's go around the room again in case people are tuning in late.
I'm James.
I'm Rob.
My name's Dean.
Brian.
And we're missing Mitchell.
Yes.
We
Where's
wish you-
Mitchell?
Where's Mitchell?
That's, I guess, an inside joke. But,
It's when I show up and I don't have keys and stuff and I'm late and I'm like, where's Mitchell?
yeah.
He's late, on time, and not in key, just like you said.
There you go. But he has the key, right?
No, Mitchell has the key.
He's got the key. but
Mitchell
he's
does.
Not on time.
How do you know there's a drummer at the door?
Dave.
The knocking speeds up and gets louder. Okay, enough of that. Off the air, we were talking about the coolness of vinyl and why vinyl was important to you guys and what you were looking for in the vinyl process. So let's talk a little bit about that, just maybe for the listening audience, why you decided to do that, why it was important to you.
The sound quality, like I've always preferred listening to a vinyl to digital or CD or tape. Just the sound quality, it separates the sound within the song. You can hear everything so much better and smoother. It's got this warmth to it.
Yeah,
Just to me, it's a far superior product.
Yeah, and it's that wonderful timeless quality, like you've created something that will last for all time, and it's this great tangible piece that I know you were talking about on break. It's the artwork, it's the
line.
Yeah,
records, the
it
white
is,
piece of
right?
paper
Yeah.
that the record's wrapped in. It slides in. You have to look after it so it's not scratched.
And then overall, just thinking about it, we knew we were going to release everything digital, just how iTunes and Spotify and all that is, but we all thought about, well, if we're doing something that's an actual, like Dean's saying, like a tangible piece, are we going to do CDs, which, most people don't buy too many anymore, and then
Have a CD
had
player.
the idea about cassettes
It's
because it was
true,
cheap,
yeah.
but then, so we just decided to go all in, and
How do you even like cassettes when that was the thing?
yeah.
Cassettes. Were you in
I
the room
like
when we were
them.
talking
I
about
still have
cassettes?
cassettes. I
I
like
mean,
cassettes.
I've got a
I just bought
thousand
an
cassettes,
Angel
but I've
Olsen
nothing to
cassette
play
the
them
other
in.
day.
See, like, that's the
Going
like
back
CD
to-
players are dying.
With a lot of bands we play, they sell cassettes.
Yeah, they're
only
awesome.
cassettes, yeah.
They're so
no, I
cool.
bought a Walkman recently because...
Where do they sell them?
Radio
I don't know, like...
A Walkman.
I
The Sony Walkman?
I don't know, my sister got it for me for my birthday or something. And anyway,
nice.
I got one just because we'd be playing with bands and then all they had was
Tapes,
cassettes
yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Kind of recent
honestly,
thing.
I think they sound like garbage, but it's nostalgic,
Yeah.
so that's fun.
It's nice for get on with your day. It's nice. I don't know.
There's a couple of albums, though, that I have only on cassette. There's this band called Mahogany Rush, which was from the 70s. We've got a guitar player named Frank Marino. Real good player. And I have this album on cassette. It's the only, I can't find it anywhere else. It's irreplaceable. I have nowhere to play
Someone
it.
needs to download
shit.
that album for you.
Somebody really should.
I will.
If
I'll
anyone
get my
out there is
sister to get
listening,
you a Walkman on your birthday.
dude, thank you.
The other Walkman he had for his
And we just met and he's getting me birthday presents.
This is
so nice.
amazing. Sedge is like the loveliest.
That's what
man.
happens here on Arts Talk. We
That's
bond.
before
friends.
we've been drinking moderately.
So
Wait till you get
where
to
to
liberal.
from here then? Is the plan to tour and promote this record?
I'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll play every night. Like you
We're
gotta-
working. That's what we're leading up to now for the December release. Trying to work out playing, getting outside the city more.
Have you
promote the
guys
record a bit.
toured before?
A little bit. We did this summer. We went up, played a few shows in Montreal,
Oh, nice.
in Ottawa.
How was the
in
reception?
Hamilton. The people that were there enjoyed it. It wasn't
That was,
As
it was
opposed
a
to
lot
the
of
people
fun.
that worked
the
there.
second night in Montreal, there was a good amount of people. Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
And Ottawa.
Yeah,
was
Montreal,
fun, too.
beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
city.
Do you guys have management that are helping you with that?
Mitchell?
Yeah, Mitchell.
Where's Mitchell?
Where is Mitchell? I want to meet this
Where
Mitchell.
is Mitchell?
It's the mystery man.
Yeah.
So this is I guess the idea here is to try to break even financially with the band and not have it be a total financial drain on everybody.
That's the goal.
We're pretty
And we've
good
been
at
doing
it, too,
good,
now.
actually.
Yeah.
Like we've been teasing ourselves about, we keep hiding money away, and we have been rather good at that. Like
That's good.
when and one of the nice things is that everyone kind of hands the money to me at the end of the night. I don't drink, and so that's why. Give it to that guy.
Definitely the smartest decision.
It's not that you're trustworthy; it's that you're sober.
And so they think I can handle the money right. It's great. And so it's been good. We just keep slipping money away.
And if we do have to spend money, that's why it's nice to have 5 people in the band.
Yeah, it does.
That's
it does
true.
disperse the
Costs
costs.
quite a bit.
For
So
sure.
we've been
Yeah.
able to do more with the amount of
Yeah.
members.
But up to date, everything that we've done, we've been able to get back, and probably then some.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we're looking good.
So,
Good for you
but
guys.
Look
I-
good. We
I
could
bet-
be looking better. A little help from anyone, a little management,
Mitch would
money.
love a little bit of Mr. Manager coming in to help
Yeah.
him out a bit, but
So where is
Mr.
the plan then?
Manager.
You're still writing new songs for the second album, or are you just
Continue-
thinking
no,
really
we're
just
on-
worrying about getting done with this?
We're halfway through the third.
Yeah.
For
So
real?
This is the second
Yeah.
album. Yeah.
Yeah.
we're-
Oh, this is the second. I'm sorry. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're already working
we're-
on the third.
We're
It's sort of half.
we got the bones of about half of another album.
Amazing.
or leaning to maybe a
Trying
5 or
to-
6
We
song
we
EP.
we've been talking about doing an EP.
Yeah.
Maybe record it later this year.
Full
or
length is a
next
lot
year.
of work, a
Mhm.
lot of time.
Didn't take long to write the third.
It is. It's more good. Yeah, I guess it's the studio time.
The studio and the production though sometimes takes longer than we expect, so
Mhm.
we don't want a song to be around for a year and a bit before it comes out, so that's why we're
Yeah.
leaning maybe towards the EP
Mhm.
to just, if
EPs
we
are
have new
good.
material and you got
Yeah,
5
I
or
like
6
EPs.
songs, let's just get it out and,
Especially how easy it is to kind of bring music out there and keep
Yeah.
it fresh and
Yeah.
keep the content relevant.
That's right.
and New and all
Can you do a
that.
45 or something?
45.
Definitely has to be vinyl, right? It has to be
Yes.
But isn't that,
Well, that's the first I've heard of that.
Super old school.
Yeah.
8-track.
vinyl. Oh my gosh.
You guys, do you even remember 8-track?
I remember
we were
hearing about them. growing
hearing
up.
about them. I've seen them. We were
The worst.
My mom had an
Yeah,
8-track in
never
the
actually-
kitchen
Mom had an
growing
8-track.
up. No, she just had one left over from like.
They would switch. They were broken into 4/70s. They would switch in the middle of a tune. The tune would
Yeah.
fade out. It would go clunk clunk, go to the next track,
Yeah, I remember a
and
lot of
fade
that.
back in. It was really bad.
Those
No.
were the days.
Oh yeah, the bad old days. All right, so we listen to a song.
I think we should.
Ignominy.
Is that how you say that?
Nominee.
Ignominy.
Ignominy.
I think
What's
we
that
all
Ignominy.
mean? You're coming in with all these new.
Why would you
Ignominy
torture
is
your
like-
fans like that? Give them an unpronounceable
It means
word.
it's like a public disgrace or shaming.
Okay.
Uh,
It reminds me of
It's a
Game of
real word.
Thrones.
pretty much self-explanatory, I guess.
Webster's Dictionary defines it as.
So this is Ignominy by Sedge on 102.7 Chop FM.
I just respect myself. Coming home.
Sedge with Ignominy on 102.7 Chop FM. This is ArtsTalk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Cross.
And we are in conversation now with 100% of Sedge.
Yay!
We'd like to welcome to the show via digital Mitch. Hello, Mitch.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great, bro. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I've been listening and hearing the guys tell our story. They're doing a great job.
So
I just want to say thank you, Taylor and Dave, for having them in the studio.
You're very welcome, man.
Phone call.
You sound like the most
Yeah, no
polite member of the
problem.
group.
Definitely the teacher's pet.
So
First time caller, long time listener.
it's really great that you called in. So what have we missed in our conversation here? What would you like to make sure we cover?
That's pretty much, I think they've said it all. Like, we don't officially have an album release date, but we are looking into early December. And yeah, just pretty much waiting on all the vinyl pressing, t-shirts coming in, and all that fun stuff.
And we understand that that's your responsibility.
Yeah, so I got some work to do. I'm also editing the video for Not Ready to Die.
Amazing.
Yeah, he does that.
Good man, Mitch.
Hopefully that's out within the next, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool.
That's exciting.
Well,
Yeah,
we
thank
have-
you guys so much for playing it today.
Oh, anytime. We'll definitely play it again as we go on. We do our favorite bands of Arts Talks once a month or once every 2 months. So we'll definitely play some Sedge.
Put it on the ArtsTalk playlist.
We are kind of getting close to the time we gotta call it. So thank you so much for calling, Mitch, and we're
no
sorry you couldn't
problem.
be here in person.
Keep listening.
Oh, there's always next time.
Yes, we promise. All right.
Fun,
Awesome. Well,
Mitch.
thank you very much, Dave and Taylor.
Great
Thank you.
talking to you.
All right, later, boys.
Okay.
Love you.
See you, man.
Bye.
See you, buddy.
That's awesome
We
that he called.
are
yeah.
super close. We pretty much got to wrap it up because now the school year's back, and if you want to continue listening to 102.7 Chop FM, we think we have some news coming up
I think,
next.
yeah, they do the news at 7.
It's a new year. It's a new day. We'll see what's on at 7 o'clock, but we are pretty much out of time.
So let's recap then where people can find the music and where they can see the band.
So you can, any digital outlet like Spotify, iTunes, whatever, Google.
Google,
I don't know
Apple
what they are.
Music.
Bing? No.
Ask G.
Anything Spotify, iTunes, Jay-Z has one apparently. It's on that, it really is. So
You can get stuff at our live Bandcamp. That's one of them.
Bandcamp,
Yeah.
SoundCloud.
Come to shows. We will have vinyls for those who want those as
In
well.
December.
December.
Yeah, we're playing at the Goat next weekend. I think we're playing the next night in Barrie too. I don't remember the name.
Yeah,
of
we're
the
playing at the Fox Lounge.
Fox Lounge?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fox.
Barrie the
On-
next
on
night. Yeah.
Saturday.
The 30th.
Yeah.
And the end of October, we have another show in Toronto, I believe. But
We're working that out.
we're working
Check
on
out our
it.
Facebook page and we'll update everyone on
Yeah,
Instagram or
Facebook
whatever.
and Instagram.
Mitch will update
Yeah,
you.
we'll all do it.
Yeah, collaboratively, all 100% of the band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll all agree with
See us
what
next
Mitchell
Friday,
does.
though.
Yes,
Goat.
definitely come to the Grey Goat. That
Grey
is.
Goat on the 29th.
Yep.
Fox Lounge of Barrie on the 30th.
Yes.
End of October.
Wait, yeah, that's
In the
not
works.
confirmed yet.
Not
Just
sure,
follow
but check.
the- just
follow them on
follow the
Facebook.
Facebook page.
Follow them on Facebook. Buy the album. Buy the T-shirt.
Yeah, go get our first album while you're waiting.
Yeah.
I bought Selective Reasoning because I ran out of Bandcamp plays. It was okay, it's time to buy the album. And I was like, okay, so I gotta buy it. And I don't regret it. It's wonderful. It's really
Thanks.
good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you guys rock.
Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming. You guys
Thank
are
you
terrific.
guys.
It was a real pleasure to have you. We'll look forward to seeing you again, maybe with Mitch in tow.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime you want.
I'll see you on the 29th.
Yep.
I'm going to that show. Who's on next week?
Next week we have my little brother's coming on. He's gonna debut his new album he's created all on his own. He's 13 years old. Zachary Kennedy. He's gonna do
Zachary
great.
Kennedy,
Nice.
13 years old.
Next Wednesday.
Remember how it was when you were 13, guys?
Right?
That
It's
was so
it's
long.
nice. It's cute.
Making those original sounds. So are we going out of here with one last Sedge tune?
Yes, we are.
Deathbed Proposal. Anything we need to know about this before?
These all four songs you played of ours are from the album coming up, from the new album that's going to be
This
released
song
in December.
just made it on By a Hair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. So this is Sedge with Deathbed Proposal on 102.7.
Chop FM.
My name